Hello children, welcome to 8th social class. Children, today let's learn a topic called human rights. Okay, human rights is a word which you may heard, right? Because see, usually we use the word rights, right? What do you mean by rights? According to me, rights in the sense free to do the things, that is called as a right, isn't it? What do you mean by right? Right in the sense certain things that we are allowed to do freely without any restriction, that is called as the rights. Example, see that I am talking to you, right? That is my rights to talk to you, okay? Or else being a teacher I can talk to you, okay? Leave that part. Okay, when you are going on a street, okay, there you want to talk with somebody or you want to sing while going, okay, that nobody can deny that you cannot speak. Okay, you can speak of your choice, or you can sing a choice of yours, or that is we can call it as a rights, right? Or else you want to see where you like, that is your rights. Okay, you want to sit where you like, you want to go where you want to go, or you can eat what you like, that is all we call it as a, preferably we will call it as a rights. Okay, then what is human rights? Okay, have you got the difference between human rights to the rights? Okay, human rights and why the necessity of the human rights has been arised. Okay, that is a question now. So during the time of a civilization only, the concept called rights has been arised, or it has been born. Is it clear? During the time of a civilization only, the so-called our human rights topic has been born. Okay, then what do you mean by human rights? Okay, so as I told, during the time of a civilization itself, the human rights has been took birth. Okay, so why it is necessary? Human rights in the sense, as I told, during the time of a civilization, people learn to live a particular kind of a lifestyle. Either they have given a liberty to walk or watch or do the things which they like. Okay, let's take an example of a Vedic period. Okay, where few people are in a Varna system, few people are allowed to get inside the temple and few were restricted to move inside the temple. There we can call a violation of our human rights. Are you getting, children? Because as I told, human rights in the sense you are allowed to worship a god which you like or which you believe, that is your human rights. Okay, and if suppose you are not allowed to follow the religion which you like, you are not allowed to follow the religion which you like, then it is called as a violation of a human rights, or you were denied or deprived of a human rights. So it is clear that during the time of a civilization only our human rights has been took birth. Okay, that is the one. Then later on J.K. Lusky declared that a nation can be identified through its human rights. Okay, as we took on to the developmental stage, a political thinker called H.J. Lusky, he declared that a nation can be declared on the basis of a human rights. Okay, it means that how a nation treats a human being, or how the nation treats the civilian of the country. On that basis, we can give the recognition. Okay, in Germany, Hitler was there. Okay, so there you may heard the name of Hitler. He was very dictator in the sense what he likes that the citizen of that nation has to obey, or else he is to kill those people. Okay, there you can say that there is a violation of the human rights, because basic rights is not given to the human being. So here H.J. Lusky says that on the basis of a human rights we can identify the nation. It means that where people are very happily living with all freedom, we can recognize that they are a good or a civilized nation. Okay, where people were not treated as a brutal or a slaves. That nation we can identify. Okay. Then later on, UNO, United Nations Organization, has been recognized human rights legally. They gave the human rights legal declaration. Okay, and they all realized that the not only any one or two, all the human beings, whoever born, they has to get the equal rights. That is called it as a human rights. Okay, and now let's see that how the human rights has developed. Okay, so we can see that human rights is basic right which is compulsory, is needed for all the human beings to live a life peacefully. Isn't it, children? Do you agree? Because each and every person is needed are human rights. Why is human rights? As I told, human rights is different from the fundamental rights. Is it clear, children? Make a difference between human rights and fundamental right. Okay, these two are totally different. Why? Because I tell you, human rights is given to all the human beings who were born on the earth. Okay, I will repeat once again. Human rights were given to all the human beings who were born on the earth, whereas fundamental rights is given to those citizens who belongs to particular nation. Suppose being a Indian, I have my own fundamental rights. Okay, being a American, he is not a resident of India. Is it clear? American, he is not a resident of India, so that he will get the human rights. As a human being, he will get the human rights, but not the fundamental rights of India. Is it clear? The fundamental rights is enjoyed by the civilian of that country, not all. Whereas human rights is enjoyed by all the human beings on the earth, whether you are American, Indian or Sri Lankan, it doesn't matter, but you are allowed to get the fundamental human rights. Whereas fundamental rights belongs to particular nation that gives to the civilian. Okay, so I hope that you are clear with the human rights as well as the fundamental rights. So, as I told, human rights is basic necessary for the living and existence of a human being on a earth. Why? Because as I told, okay, as I told, we are born as a human being, and now I am an Indian. I can go to the hotel or a temple which I like because I am in India and that temple is in India. I can go. Okay, if suppose American comes to India, they want to visit a temple of India. Can we stop them, or can we stop them coming inside the hotel, and can we stop them in having the food? No. Why? Because he is a human being. What is a human need? Human need is to eat, see, look, watch, talk. That we cannot stop. That is a human rights. Okay. Suppose he felt like a drinking water, to have a water of a river, which is a free gift of a nature. Then we cannot stop them because that is a natural rights. Drinking water is a natural rights or a human rights that all human beings are provided. Okay. Have you got the meaning of a human rights now? Okay. Then how it has been developed? Okay. We know that during the time of a Greek philosopher like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, the great philosopher we can say, during their time itself, the rise of or the need of a human rights has been arised, because in those days, as already I mentioned in the earlier class, there was lot of political confusion in a Greek city. Okay, the people are not provided basic need. You leave fundamental rights. Basic need in the sense they cannot eat, they cannot sleep when they want, they cannot even rest when they are sick. Okay, they are not allowed to eat a daily meal also. Such critical condition they are in. In that time, they realize the need of a human rights. They realize that being a human, we should have a certain rights on earth. Then the political philosopher Socrates, Plato and Aristotle, they worked on a they worked on a human rights, and mainly the Greek city called Athens, Sparta, the evolution of a human rights as we took place. Okay, where each individual has realized the need and the benefit of a human rights. Okay, then later on, one more, Magna Carta Act. Okay, Magna Carta Act, which was in 1215. What is this Magna Carta Act? Okay, Magna Carta Act, this you may heard even in 7th also when you are learning about freedom movement in India. Magna Carta Act, what is the impact of this Magna Carta Act? I tell you, in England, okay children, in England, king used to rule the England. Okay, and what is the impact of or what is the importance of this Magna Carta Act? In a sense, the king started to interfere in the church matter. Okay, where people are not allowed to worship. Okay, they used to pay the tax to the king. Okay, when they has to visit the temple, they has to pay money to the king. All such restrictions were levied on common people by the king. Okay, so common people of England, they revolted against the king of England. Okay, when king started to interfere in the matter of a church, okay, people felt that they are losing their freedom on a church. Okay, it means that you are not allowed to go once at the church. Weekly once you can go, not all the day. If suppose all the day you wanted to visit the church, you are not allowed to visit. All such restrictions when given on a people started to feel very bad against the king. So the people revolted against the king. They rebelled against the king. So finally the king surrendered himself, and on 1215 the Magna Carta Act has been given. What was that? What that act says? Magna Carta Act says that year after this Magna Carta Act, a king will not interfere in any of the church matter. Okay, what is the main point of a Magna Carta Act? The Magna Carta Act says that hereafter the king will not interfere in any of the church matter. It means that the common people of England are given freedom in the matter of a religion. They can worship, they can build a church, they can give the financial grant to the church. All such freedom were given to the people. That was called as a Magna Carta Act, where king was made people to free, and he were assured that king will not interfere in the matter of a church, so that the people started to believe in the matter of a rebel or a revolt. So because of the revolt, they can fulfill their demand and as well as the need from the government. So the people realize that they can gain their rights to the way of a revolution. Okay. Then this is Magna Carta Act. We can say that it is one of the important steps for the modern democracy. Okay, what do you mean by democracy? Democracy in the sense where people are given freedom, okay, to live according to their wish. It is only because that we can say as an impact of the Magna Carta Act. Okay. Then later on, John Locke presented systematic study of a human rights or a natural rights. Okay, what he says, John Locke says that all the human beings are born with rights, that is the natural rights. Is it clear? All human beings are born with the natural rights, also what we call as the human rights. For that we need not to ask, or we need not to beg anyone for the human rights, because we are born free of the natural rights. What is the natural rights? So what we can say, right now we can free to see, we can free to sit, we can free to eat whenever we want, right? That is all our natural rights. So John Locke says that there is no need of a revolution or any act to pass on natural rights, because we are born with free. So when we are born, we are free with certain rights that no need to receive from other, or no need to ask from anyone. That is what the saying of John Locke. Okay. Later on, a Bill of Rights has been passed. Is it clear, children? Bill of Rights was passed on 1869 with a saying is that the human rights should be made compulsory as a part of a legislative guarantee. Is it clear? So what is the main reason of a Bill of Rights which was passed in England? It says that human rights should be made compulsory as a legislature part. Okay, what do you mean by legislature? As legislature will make certain rules and regulations, and which will impose new law and implementation. Like that only, these legislature has made human rights as compulsory part of a human life. That is the main aim of a Bill of Rights, which was passed in 1869. Later on, we can see in European country there was a revolution took place for the sake of our independence. Okay, we know very well that we were in the clutches of England or British, so they were ruling us one side. Like that only in other European part of the country where France, America, they too were not liberated. They are struggling for the independence. It was first in France. Okay, that was first France which revolted, and it has gained the independence because of the influence of John Locke and Rousseau and Montesquieu. They are the French revolutionary, John Locke, Rousseau and Montesquieu. Because of these philosopher or the revolutionary, the France has got liberated. Okay, then with the impact of the France, later on American independence has been took place. Is it clear, children? Because of the influence of John Locke, Rousseau and Montesquieu, these are the philosophers in France. They made people to realize for their rights. Okay, and finally the revolution has been took place, and in final the French has liberated and declared independence. Later it has influenced on America, so that the American war of independence has been took place, and it declared that in 87, okay, the America has got into liberty. In 1789, America got its independence. Later on, December 15, 1781. Okay? December 15, 1791, America declared human rights. Is it clear? December 15, 1791, America declared that day as a Human Rights Day for the people of America. Is it clear? Because of the French War of Independence has influenced the American War of Independence. Then later on America gained its independence. Later on in 1791, America has declared 15th December as Human Rights Day for American. Okay. Then later on in 1789, even the French has been declared as a Human Rights Day for the French people. Like that only, each nation has been went on declaring its human rights for its nation, not for entire world. Is it clear? See, as an Indian, we can do the progress of Indian. Okay. So when Human Rights Day for the people of their own country, not for entire country. Okay. Then later on, as the revolution has been took place, you may heard the concept First World War and the Second World War. When the First World War and Second World War took place, see the history of the Second World War and the First World War, children, that you will learn in 10th standard. It is just an introduction in the sense here in the human rights. It is not necessary to learn and teach about the First World War. So only I am telling a situation or the consequences where our human rights has been took place or it has been born. Only for that sake I am referring the World War. Okay. So because of the World War, First World War and the Second World War, see first all the war of independence has been took place, like Russia, France, America. These are the very powerful nations which has fought for their independence. Okay, and that time we too, India was too in the hands of England. That was during the time of a First World War. Okay, even in the time of a First World War also we didn't get the independence. So the First World War took place where enormous number of people were died in the First World War. Okay, and later on Second World War also took place. There also number of people were died and many countries were both financially, socially suffered because of the First World War as the Second World War. As evidence of the Second World War, you may know the consequences of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where innocent people were died. Okay, so entire world become evident for a massacre of human life. Okay, so the disaster of a human life. Then it was realized that establishment of a UNO. Okay, so one peaceful organization has been established, that was United Nations Organization. Okay, which include all the nations of the earth or all the nations of the globe. So together, all met together and they made one day as a Human Rights Day. That was in 1948. December 10. Is it clear, children? 1948 December 10, that was declared as a Human Rights Day. Is it clear? So, see, after the Second World War, seeing the massacre of the bad effect of a World War, Second World War, that time the UNO has been established and they have set up one day as a human day, Human Rights Day, in the sense all human being has been treated equally, all the rights were given to human being. As a human being, they has to be given a human rights, that has been realized and they were given a rights as a human rights. Okay, that is as a contribution of a UNO for the entire world. That was on December 10, 1948 as a Human Rights Day. Later on, when India got liberty or the independence, like all other nations, India too realized that we has to give human rights to the nation. Okay, not only your human rights, along with that, fundamental rights should be provided to the citizen of India, and that has been brought in Indian Constitution, and that was in the preamble in the sense Munnudi. In that they have mentioned that Indian Constitution has been providing basic fundamental rights to all the Indians, and it was in Article 12 to 35. Article 12 to 35, you count the numbers, how many series are there. In that many articles it has mentioned, it has worked out for the rights of fundamental rights of a human being, in the sense that anyhow human rights were given to the human being. Along with that, not only that, fundamental rights also given. Before it was 7 fundamental rights, children. Okay, I'll repeat. Before it was fundamental rights, but after 44 amendment which was took place in 1978, 44 amendment of Indian Constitution which took place in 1978, they removed seven out of 7, one they removed and they made it 6 fundamental rights. Before in 7 fundamental rights, property rights were also considered as a fundamental rights. Okay. Later on in 1978, that property right was removed and they made it, instead of 7, they made it as a 6 fundamental rights, and they were given 6 fundamental rights to every citizen of India. Okay. And which are these fundamental rights? Like the rights to equality, the right to freedom, then right against exploitation, right to religious freedom, cultural and educational rights, rights to constitutional remedies. These are the basic fundamental, 6 basic fundamental rights of a human being. Okay. Okay. First, you know what is right to equality, in the sense as an Indian we are equally treated, we have a equality in a nation. Then right to freedom, freedom in the sense you can do all the things which should not trouble or should not disturb others, that is a right to freedom. Right against exploitation, exploitation in the sense if suppose you are exploited or you are troubled by anyone, then you can fight against that, you can legally you can fight against them, that is right against exploitation. Then right to religious freedom, the constitution has provided religious rights, you can follow the religion which you like. Then cultural educational rights, you can even free to adopt the culture as well as the education which you like. Then rights to constitutional remedy, rights to constitutional remedy refer to if suppose you violate the constitutional law which was made by the constitution, then you are punishable, that is right against constitutional remedies. Or if suppose your rights are violated by somebody, then that time that person was eligible for a punishment, that is was also given as a fundamental rights. Okay, this is up to a fundamental rights. Now I tell you the difference between human rights and fundamental rights. Okay, it is very simple. Human rights in the sense it is a natural rights that we are born with. In the sense when we are born as a human being, we are born that nobody has given. We are born with few rights like right to eat, right to see, right to breathe. All these are human rights. Okay, right to go wherever you like. This is all human rights. Whereas fundamental rights in the sense, as I told, being a citizen of India, you can enjoy the fundamental rights of Indian Constitution, not American Constitution. Okay, I'll repeat. Fundamental rights refer to being a citizen of India, you can enjoy fundamental rights of Indian Constitution, not of other nation constitution. That is up to a human rights as well as a fundamental rights. Okay, I hope with this for you people the difference between fundamental rights and human rights is clear, and how the human rights has been took place or it has took birth, that is also clear. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to read the lesson, okay, for your better understanding, and remaining part children I will continue in the next class. Till then, read well.